What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. I'm just going to start off this episode by saying huge thank you to everybody that has interacted and subscribed and commented and whatever y'all have done on the channel. I finally reached 100 subscribers, that's my first milestone. Trying to reach 1,000 soon. But you know, it all takes time. Things don't happen overnight, and I'm quite aware of this. You know, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of building and a lot of footwork and talking and good videos and finding projects and all kinds of stuff. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to. We've got lots of stuff coming out soon. We even got a truck in the works. So we got a 98 Dodge Ram 2500 here at the shop, and we're doing a 360 swap on it. So stay tuned. Got a lot of stuff to do. But let's go ahead and get into today's episode, and let's get to it. So as most of you that watch my channel know, y'all have been keeping up with the lawn cart build. I know my first video has like 1.5k views on it, and the second one not so much, but part 3 is just dropped a few days ago. And what happened was we were riding it, and I mean, it was riding really good. It was fast and just riding good, you know. For once, the chain wasn't popping off and all that good stuff, and I was able to run it around the yard quite a bit. I kicked it up in the third gear, and I was hauling for a second or two, and I think I rode it for like 5 minutes, and it slung the chain off. So I was thinking, well, what happened, you know? I looked at the chain, and it looked like it popped the master link off. So I was like, okay, I lost the master link, no big deal. What I'll do is I'll just take some of my extra links and just link a hard link into the chain instead of a master. That way it won't do that again. Well, I did that, and I fixed it last night, and then I went to go playing with the trans, and I noticed that second and third is jammed. The trans is actually locked, and it won't move at all. But first and reverse seem to pop in. Reverse don't want to stay in. It wants to fall. See, I got it in reverse, and then I just let go of it and it falls. It stays in first, but once I get it back into second and third, it's just like it's stuck. So what we're actually going to do is today's video is taking apart a 1978 Foote or whatever it's called transmission, and figuring out what is wrong with it. 1978. So I'm going to go ahead, get my tools set up for the day, pull this off camera, and I'm going to get it up there on the engine disassembly table, and we're going to take this thing apart and figure out what's going on, and hopefully we can fix it in this video. Trying to see what we can do with this. Damn it. That's a 10. No, it's not. Oh boy. That's scary. Okay, that's a 3/8. The question is it going to let me get to... No. I'm going to try to use a wrench. Yeah, my thing slid down on there. That's 3. I know these transmissions can be set up differently, but this one has a pulley on bottom, chain on side, and it is on the right side that the drive is on, the left side is the brake. I know there is a Peerless model, kind of like this transmission, but it's not the same. I do believe it has a little thing here for the gear shift to go on to. Okay, now we just got the two side ones. These are going to be difficult because I don't really have a way to get in there. I've gotten it separated. I had to actually hammer down a small socket on those. Alright, the transmission is ready to pull apart. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Yep. She broke. It smells like poop inside. Oh, it's bad. I'm gonna get y'all in here. Oh God, this stinks. Really bad. So this is what we're looking at. Looks like the shifter collar for 3rd and 4th broke. I might try to JB weld it back together. I'm not sure that it'll hold. I can tell the key fell out. This case is disgusting. Oh my God, if y'all could just smell this right now. Ugh. Why does it smell like poop? Ugh. This is horrendous. Did somebody shit in this thing? Like, I don't understand. I gotta clean that. Let me clean this case and I'm gonna come back at y'all, because this, I can't stand this smell. It is, ugh. Hold on. But my snap ring pliers aren't the right size tips. So I'm having a little bit of a fit. There's the piece of the collar that is supposed to look like this, but yet it looks like that. So what we're gonna do, I know it's cast. It's cast. So I'm gonna try to weld it. I have had decent luck welding cast in the past. I wasn't meaning to rhyme there. But I have had decent luck with it before. The only thing is, I gotta be really careful of where I weld this, because I've got to be able to have the clearance for the fork and for the shaft to move, or the collar to move around the shaft. So we got our collar repaired. So I'm not sure it's going to hold, but we're going to see if it will. I'm going to have to grind this down tomorrow. It's a little too late to be running the grinder now. And I got to run through the inside because I got a little bit of splotchiness in there, but so far so good. I'm hoping this will hold. And clean this up, grind it down, and actually put everything back together. I've got everything clean, all the gearing and the chain and all that good stuff is clean. So it is actually ready to somewhat be reassembled. I'm probably going to go ahead and reassemble this side of the shaft tonight. This side here. The case has been cleaned. The doo-doo is out of it. God, that smelled horrible. I got it all out with paper towels, burnt it. Because, I mean, it was just in bad shape. But the shifter here is good. The forks here are good. Everything is good in this transmission except for the spot that I blew up. Actually, this transmission is probably in the best shape of anything that came off of this unit. The only thing in bad shape is the shifter there, where it's a little rusty from it sitting. But other than that, I mean, this thing is actually in really good shape on the inside. I can throw some new grease in there and lubricate all this, put it back together. Hopefully this collar will hold once I grind it down. Make it look like that collar there. And then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to reassemble this shaft here, and then we'll take a look at it. Alright, so this is what this shaft is supposed to look like, other than the collar that is missing. In this area here, there's a key that's supposed to go down in here just like that, and then the collar would slide over it just like so. And you see, this is the forward reverse collar. So which that's what I might do. I might actually put the reverse, put this collar here as the reverse. We don't have much stress on it. And install that collar in this area. Alright, back on the Foote transmission, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm about to lock this thing down in the vise, start grinding. Got it grinded down mostly. I just got to get a little burr right there. Got to get a little round file, get in there, get it out, and I think this thing's gonna hold. Maybe it'll at least hold for a reverse collar. We're gonna find out. Alright, we got our repaired collar in, and it actually looks like it's gonna work out. So yeah, see, locked in, and then it goes over here and it locks in. So I think that's gonna work. Let's get this thing reassembled. Alright, the gears are back in, and I've kind of soaked everything down in PB, and it really looks good for the gear and for the fact that this thing was sitting in the woods for 30 years. The only thing that really saved this transmission is the seat being hung over it the way it is, because everything else on this thing was trashed, even the frame. There's so much work has been done to this just to make it a botched go-kart. The engine was screwed, everything was just screwed. The only thing that really survived it was the rear axle, the frame. Really, rear axle, the frame, and the trans. So I'm gonna go ahead and lather this thing up with grease really good, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it back together. Put the cap on it, get the forks in place, all that good stuff. And I do believe y'all can kind of see the concept of what we did here. It's really easy to take these apart. They're a lot more simple than your regular MST 206 or your Spice or Dana. I really like this little trans. I hope it holds up. If this collar does not hold, I'm probably going to try to find one online and order it. Because otherwise, I mean, it seems to be an actually pretty decent trans. It's just that it just didn't like the speed. Either that or this thing was already kind of weak and worn and it just split. But like I said, what we did was we switched the two, and hopefully that will do the job. If not, we'll be taking this apart again. But I'm going to go ahead and get this greased up, put it back together. Alright, so I got the trans back together, but the shifter's a little sticky, so I took it apart. It really did need to be cleaned. I cleaned it out already, kinda. You can see down in there where everything goes together. I did do away with the safety switch on the side. It just slides right out, and there it is. That and the spring. There's the cover that goes over the, I guess those are springs down in there. Yep, they are. I think that's what helps keep them locked in place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and eat real quick. I've got the handle over here sitting on the hot stove to break this gunk up around there, and I'm going to come back out here, clean this up, lube this, and grease it, and then we're going to put the shifter back together, and hopefully this thing shifts like butter. So otherwise I've been through the whole trans, so that's our last step other than ordering a new collar. So we're going to see if this works. Alright, we got our shifter cleaned up nice and even. Took some 220 fine grit sandpaper and just went over it really good. We're going to go ahead and throw some grease down there, and we're going to go ahead and throw our shifter in and get this back together, see if it'll work right. Alright, so I greased up the shifter, and I had to take it apart again because the second and third wasn't wanting to, the collar wasn't wanting to move. But we got reverse, we got first, then we got, let's see, then we got second, and then we got third. And it should pop out a third. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Goes in the second, great. Goes in the first, in reverse. So it just don't like third. Don't want to pop out a third without tapping on the shift collar. Alright, this transmission is fixed, as I think, at least by testing it with my hand. It's working. It is a little weird going in and out of third. It goes in third, but like out of third, you gotta, I don't know, it's probably going to be working better on the machine. But so far so good. All the collars seem to go into place. Reverse works, first works, second works, and third works. So I guess as of now, it's time to put this back on the lawn cart. And then tomorrow we'll finish the video with a good rip up and down the driveway and around the yards. Alright, so we have a transmission in place and the chain is on. So now all we got to do is hook the pulley back up with the belt and hook the brake up and the clutch up. Alright, we got a transmission installed, chain. Let me slide y'all under. We got the belts installed, pulleys installed, clutch and brake. So we are waiting for tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day and we're ready to rip this thing. So I'm about to move the van. We're about to ride it. Alright, time to ride this thing. And it broke. Oh yeah, it definitely broke. Alright, so I had to go switch out cameras. I thought about doing away with reverse gear and just having my forwards, but you know what? I need reverse in this on this thing because the turning radius sucks. So I really do need reverse. So I probably am going to order a shift collar for it. If you can see how much play I have in that shaft, that pretty much is telling me that the collar broke and fell down in the trans. Because if not, it doesn't have that much play. It's not supposed to. But I'm probably just going to go ahead and tow this thing over, put it in a spot, and call it for the day on this project. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really thought that I was going to be able to repair this in this video, but experimental, I guess. You know, wanted to see if it would hold. Didn't. So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and the TikTok. Flying Brian's Garage and search. Should find me. Most all the profile pictures are the same except for the Snapchat. They won't let you put a profile picture. You got to do that animated shit. So Other than that, go check out some of the old videos. We got a bunch of videos on the lawn cart here. The whole build, all that good shit. It's actually a pretty good build, pretty good video. It was a lot of fun to build. Didn't turn out perfect, but it turned out decent for, you know, seeing what it was before. This thing would have never been anything. So the fact that I turned it into this it gave it another life. But be sure to go down there, like the video, comment down below if you have any questions or just want to say something in general. Have any questions about my build, your build, whatever. Feel free to, you know, speak your mind. Also, go check out, like I said, all the social media pages. We do post different stuff on different social media platforms. You know, kind of like updates on videos and projects and stuff like that. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, see you guys on the next episode.